And then you want to place it on the mat. And then making sure when you line up to the blanket that it comes right below right where you're above your tailbones. And then the pillows if you would like. So we're going to start in what they call mountain brook, which is a nice restorative pose where the knees are supported and the back's supported. So using your hands after you've situated yourself, you want to very slowly walk yourself down onto the blanket. So you should get a really good feel of where you are on the blanket. If it's too much, then you can slide a little forward or you can slide it back. So you want to find that comfort, and you'll know the little niche when you find it. And when you get there, just allow yourself, you want to make sure it's in the center of the back, allow your shoulder blades to fall open, falling all the way over the blanket. The hands out by the side. Very slowly begin to close the eyes. Bringing the awareness to your breath. Becoming aware of each inhalation and each exhalation. Getting in touch with the natural rhythm of your breath. The natural flow as the inhale connects to the exhale. Just allow the mind to relax. Feeling the calming sensation as you start to take the next inhale. You take the breath a little slower as you inhale. Gently allowing the chest to rise, the belly to fill up with air. And then very slowly exhale. Releasing, letting the belly button fall back towards the spine. And begin doing a gentle breath count. So become aware of your deep inhalation with the inhale. If you count 1, 2, 3, or maybe you can go to 4, 5, depending where you are. If you could even go higher to 6, 7, 8. Sometimes people go to 10. But just start small. Start with 3. So you want to inhale for 1, 2, 3. And then slowly exhale for 1, 2, 3. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Maybe this time you notice you can go to 4. And keep working on just tracking where you are in the breath and see if you can take each inhalation a little bit deeper than the one before. And as you exhale, gently release it through the nose. Staying here for a few more counts, a few more cycles. Becoming aware of the sounds and the sensations in the room and outside the room. Gently, we're going to incorporate some breath retention into the opening part of the practice. So breath retention, what you would want to do is on your inhale, if you inhale for 3, count of 3, you want to hold for a count of 3, and then you want to exhale for a count of 3. At any point during this practice with breath retention. If you find yourself getting dizzy or lightheaded, wherever you are, just step back, stop holding the breath, and just return to your normal rhythm of breathing. It's okay. Sometimes it's a sign of beginning as you start practicing more pranayama. This is a good breath that we use in seated meditation to help bring us down a little bit deeper into relaxation. And it also, with the counting, it keeps your mind aware and you fall awake instead of asleep, which is good. So when you're ready, inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. And slowly exhale for 1, 2, 3. At your own pace, continue to follow your deep inhale, followed by breath retention, and then a gentle exhale. We're going to do this for 5 cycles at your own pace. Continuing to allow the shoulders to drop onto the mat, feeling them fall over the sides of the blanket, supporting the spine. Feeling the thighs release, the knees, the calves. With each inhalation and each exhalation, begin to allow the body to completely release any tension, any frustration you may be holding within the muscles, even within the mind. Just let it all go. Finding that place of calm, finding that place of peace for us within our breath. One more cycle. Inhale. Maybe you notice you can go to 4 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. And gently exhale for 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Bringing our arms up in the air as we inhale, and then as we exhale, gently release them up over the head, giving a nice stretch, making sure that we're allowing the shoulders to stay dropped away from the ears. And then as we inhale, breathe deep, stretch long, and then exhale, bringing the arms back down to the side. Very slowly coming on, rolling onto the side into your fetal posture. So it almost feels like we're doing Shavasana in reverse, but we're not. We're just getting the body nice and relaxed so we can enjoy our practice. And then when you're ready, inhale, go ahead and push the body up. Taking your time to set aside any props you may have used. Taking our blanket. And we're just going to set it to the side because we're going to use it a little later. Or if you're like me, I like to incorporate my blanket throughout my whole practice. Coming into a nice, easy seated position. You can choose to do half lotus, full lotus, or you can even choose to keep your legs nice out front. A lot of people like to do a nice staff pose when they're doing their warm-up. Whichever you choose, all is welcome. So on your next inhalation, we're going to inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. and giving a nice stretch. So as you stretch, you want to feel your fingertips pulling up towards the sky. You want to feel the shoulders dropping away from the ears. So you want to make sure the spine is nice and long, the neck is nice and straight. And you want to make sure as you're pulling up that the back doesn't want to start caving in. So you want to make sure, and how to do this is to kind of very gently tilt back onto the sit bones to where you really feel them sitting in. And that way you can guarantee that you have a nice straight spine. So as we inhale, we want to inhale, dropping the arms, opening up the chest, looking up just a tad bit towards the sky. And then exhale, coming back up. Inhale, very gently, opening the arms, opening the chest. And then exhale. Once more, inhale, open the chest, looking up towards the sky, and then exhale, back to center. Inhale, stretch once more, really pulling up towards the sky, shoulders away from the ears. And then as you inhale, deeper, 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 go ahead and begin to slowly twist the body as you exhale towards the right. So this is the first twist of the evening, so we want to be very gentle with the spine. But you will notice the taller you are in your stretch and the more breath you bring into the lungs, you're able to extend and you're able to just lift that little bit that you need to get over that little edge, and then exhale. Allow the hands, I always bring for my first twist, my first hand in front of me and then my right hand to the back. So I'm using this kind of as a horizontal line to gently bring me into a nice seated twist, and it's also for me very supportive. So we're not putting too much strain or pressure on the body. I'm just thoroughly enjoying a really good twist. So I'm going to very slowly, as I inhale, bring my arms back up to center. I'm going to stretch up towards the sky, pull in my spine again, nice and long. And then as I inhale once more, exhale, inhale. Pull up once more, get that nice stretch, feel the spine elongate, and then as you exhale, very slowly begin to twist towards the left. And then as you exhale, bringing your right hand in front, and then your left hand behind. And then as you exhale, using this as a very supportive way to help twist into the left. Now, if you're further along in your practice, or if this is uncomfortable, some people are used to just using the leg as leverage as they pull into a twist. Either is perfectly fine. And just enjoy the way it feels. Enjoy the way you feel as your spine begins to open up. And then inhale, come back to center, bringing our fingers up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring them out in front. Very slowly, we're going to walk our hands. So just bringing it, you don't want to go completely out just yet. We're just going to find a nice, comfortable spot in front where you can still feel that you have a flat back and you're still able to somewhat poke your chest out like a very pretty peacock, like a bird. And we're going to inhale, and as we inhale, we're going to gently open the chest up a little more, and as we exhale, we're going to push into the palm of our hands, roll into the back, dropping the chin towards the chest, and then inhale very slowly, very gently, rolling forward. And then exhale, pushing back once more. Inhale once more. And then as you exhale, very slowly, really roll into the back. And then as you've rolled into the back, go ahead and push the hands forward, coming back up to center. Inhale, arms back up above.
Excuse me. And then exhale, bringing the hands down by the side.
Go ahead and bring your legs out in front. Windshield wiper them, and whichever leg you had in front, we're going to switch out for the other side. So if you had your left leg in front, then now you want your right leg to be in front. So switching out our legs, and we're going to inhale, bringing our hands up above, and then now we're going to move into a nice lateral stretch. So bringing the index fingers together, we're going to reach up once more, giving that nice length in the spine. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And then very gently exhale, leaning over towards the right. Holding here for a few breaths. So if you're starting to feel any pain in the back or in the neck, go ahead and bring yourself a little bit back more towards center. We don't want to be too much strain on the spine. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, go ahead and drop over to the left. And then hold here for a few breaths. You want to make sure the sit bones are fully on the floor. You don't want to make sure they're not rising up. Inhale, come back to center. And then as you exhale, bring that right hand down. Go ahead and walk it out. And then we're going to continue with the lateral stretch on the left side, opening it up. So if that's too much for you with bringing the, because the goal is to bring the forearm down to the floor while the sit bones are still anchored onto the earth. If that is too much for you, I always, and it is for me some days too, I always bring my block. And you want to make sure that you keep, when you're doing this, you want the elbow to be aligned under the shoulder. So you want to inhale, stretch up. You can take a mudra with your fingers, whichever one works for you. Really allow yourself, so and don't, if you feel yourself slouching, make sure to just very gently, and as soon as you become aware of it, just do a little intuitive alignment, and breathe in and just adjust. The only wrong way to do yoga is by hurting yourself. So other than that, have fun. Very gently. Inhale, dropping that left hand all the way down to the earth, staying with our forearm on the ground or on the block. We want to stretch that left hand out and then very gently allow the right ear to fall towards the right shoulder. Very gently. Inhale back to center. Coming back up, bringing our hands up above, stretching nice and tall. And then exhale, slowly following our hands out in front. This time reaching out nice and long. Inhale, go ahead and expand the lungs, expand the belly. And then exhale, allow yourself to just roll over the legs. And just relax in this seated forward fold. So you can use a block underneath your brow point right here as support. Or you can choose to do it on this side. Or you can bring your head all the way down to the mat. Very slowly, as you inhale, walking the hands back to center, bringing the block over to the left side. Inhale, bringing our fingers up again, index fingers together, pointing up, pulling up nice and tall, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale once more, very nice stretch to the right. Exhale, back to center. Taking another inhale, pulling nice and tall. And then as you exhale, take it to the left. Back to center. And as you exhale, dropping the arms once more again, bringing it to the cactus arm. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, go ahead and bring that left arm down, bringing our left forearm, the elbow aligned under the shoulder, and setting up for a nice lateral stretch on the right side. Inhale, bringing that right arm up. Staying here for a few breaths. And then as you inhale, bringing it back to center. And then slowly exhale. Allow it to go towards the right side. And then very gently lower the left ear towards the left shoulder. Stay supported. Make sure that you're pushed up through the forearm and through that you're not slouching in the shoulder. And then very gently bring our head back to center. And then very slowly inhale, rise up. And then exhale. Drop. Inhale, hands together and bringing them down into heart center. And then bringing our hands down by our side, coming out of our easy seated pose. We're going to very slowly swish our legs around, moving more into the balance portion of our practice. And we're also going to do some stretching as well within these balance poses. So as I'm working with doing a lot of stuff on my knees, I'm all about taking really good care of my body as I practice yoga. So I like to incorporate my props and my blanket being one, just to show my knees a little bit of love while I work the body. I'm going to move my props out of the way. So very slowly, we're going to make sure that the tops of our feet are against the earth. We're in a nice table. Our hands are aligned underneath the shoulders. We're going to inhale, dropping the belly, looking our gaze out front. And then exhale, rolling into cat. Inhale, come back to center. Go ahead and take the right leg, put it behind you. Go ahead and tuck the toes into a nice little runner stretch. Nice calf stretch. And whenever you're ready, you're going to inhale, bring the leg up into three-legged table. And then as you inhale, go ahead and bend that leg at a 90-degree angle. And then we're going to inhale, dropping the belly, our gaze out in front. And then as you exhale, bringing that knee in towards the nose. Inhale, 1, 2 more. Bringing the leg back out. So a nice cat-cow variation tiger. Inhale. And then exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bringing the knee to the mat, go ahead and shake the hips out a little bit from side to side. You may feel a hip pop, which my left hip just did, because we're opening up our hips. And then so as you inhale, this time we're going to bring our leg, the right leg, out to the side of the mat. So this is, it should be pointed, the toes towards the front, the outside of the mat. So we're going to continue with our cat-cow. We're going to inhale, dropping the belly, slight gaze, looking up. Exhale, rolling it in, tucking our chin in towards our chest. Inhale, dropping the belly. We're going to exhale, come back to flat back, where we're in the center. We're going to inhale, bring that right leg up to the side. Go ahead and make it into a 90-degree angle, almost like you're a little puppy dog peeing on a fire hydrant. And take your gaze out in front, finding your focal point. We want to make sure that we're pushing up into the shoulders. We're going to hold here for a few breaths. So if it's too much strain on the back or the hip, go ahead and drop the knee a little bit towards the ground. So if you're way up here and it's hurting, if you just bring it a little bit more down, you're still going to get the same benefits of the balancing pose, and you're still going to get the same feeling in the core and also in the arms, the legs, glutes, the hammies, all that. Wherever you are. Very nice. Inhale, go ahead and drop that leg and exhale. Shaking the hip out to the side. And then very gently, go ahead and turn this leg out to the side. You want to do like a nice little kickstand. And then very slowly, just feel how it feels. Taking a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, do this nice little kickstand out to the side. Exhale, bring it back to center. And then we're going to inhale, go ahead and bring that left leg out to the side, setting up for our nice little wide-legged child's pose variation. This one with the left leg out to the side. So as we inhale, we're going to drop the belly, gaze to the front. Exhale, rolling up into cat. Inhale, into cow. Exhale, into cat. Inhale once more, coming to center. Finding our gaze out in front of us, our focal point. We're going to inhale, lift the left leg up to the side. Pushing up into the shoulders. Exhale, bringing it in a nice 90-degree angle. Want to make sure that we're keeping the hips square. Continue to breathe. And then exhale, dropping into the earth. And then go ahead and wag, give a little wag side to side. So very gently, what you want to do is take your hands, we're going to turn them with the fingertips facing the body, doing a nice little wrist stretch. So very gently begin to pull your bum towards your heels, but you're only going to do it a very slight bit. It's almost if you have, gravity will do her work, but it's almost like you have a little bit of a string pulling your tail. So we're doing a nice wrist stretch. You can go from side to side. If this is too much, I always can always do this nice wrist stretch. I flex the hands out. When you do a lot of work on your hands and knees, you want to make sure to take care of the important parts like strengthen our wrists and our knees. Coming back to center, making sure that our hands are aligned underneath our shoulders into the table. We're going to go ahead and bring once again the right leg out to the side. And then you're going to inhale, coming up, hands up above. So we're coming into a gate pose. So bringing our hands out horizontally. And you want to make sure that the leg is in line with the hip. So we're going to inhale, we're going to drop the right hand down onto the right thigh, and you want to very gently slide it down the leg, finding what feels good as you very slowly open up the left side of the body towards the right. So if this is too much, just find where you are in that. It's like a comfortable edge. I once heard a great term because you feel the edge of that stretch and you feel the stretch working, but it doesn't hurt. that's kind of where you want to be. As soon as it starts hurting, it's too much on the body. So always listen to your body. It will definitely let you know if you've gone too far. So we want to inhale, come back to center. So as we exhale, we're going to bring our left hand down to the earth, raising our right arm up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, go ahead and open up that chest, opening up that right arm. So as you open up the right arm, see if you can do it almost like you're rolling your chest over and you're getting ready to go into a back bend, but you're not. You just gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. If this is too much on you, you can always just bring the right hand over. So this is a nice stretch. It's also a nice heart opener. And it should feel really good in the shoulders. It should feel really good too in your pectoral muscles too. You're giving everything a nice stretch. Very nice. Inhale, come back to center, bringing our hand up straight. So you want to make sure that the left hand is right underneath your left shoulder. And whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and, so this is kind of considered like, yeah, it is. It's a supported side plank. So we're going to be doing a nice supported side plank variation and to help with our balance. So you want to inhale, bring that right leg up, bringing our hand up towards the sky. So you want to keep the foot flexed, and to help hold your balance, you can look with the gaze out in front. You can bring the arm out to over the head. You can still do the nice hip opener, not hip opener, heart opener. Choose. Just be very gentle on the neck too. You should feel the core engaged, really pulling in, using your breath and using as you elongate the spine through each breath and you pull the core, like really engage the core, you will notice that it's easier to hold the balance. And then exhale gently. Drop the right foot, bring the hand back to center. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bring that hand down to the earth, to the hip or to the earth. And then very slowly, go ahead and bring that right hand to the side, turning over once more into our downward facing dog. So what you want to, not down, I'm sorry, child, I can't even talk to the table. You want to do a nice rolling dancing lion. So we're just working out the heat and the compression in the spine. We're just rolling through. And then we're going to set up to go ahead and do the left side. So I'm going to come over here, so that way I don't have my back to the camera. So from our table, you want to go ahead and bring that left leg back. And then very slowly, go ahead and pivot the right leg out to the side like a kickstand. And then making sure our toes are pointing to the side of the mat. I'm going to inhale, bring the arm up above, and then very slowly rise up into gate. And just take a moment to find where you are, making sure that the foot is in line and the toes are pointed towards the side of the mat. Inhale, bring the arms up above. And then as you exhale, bring that left hand down to the thigh. And then find what feels good as you exhale, dropping that right arm. Opening up the right side. You may feel that you could go a little bit deeper on the right side. Just wherever you are. As long as you just don't make sure you don't push on the kneecap or on the knee joint. Inhale, rise up, come back to center. And as you exhale, dropping that right arm to the side, bringing the left arm over. And you can bring it overhead, or you can open up the chest. Making sure to push up through the shoulder, up into the shoulder. Not allowing the neck to fall or prick onto the shoulder. Don't want to put any pressure on the neck. We also want to make sure that we support it. So if looking up is too much, it's always good to come front and center. And you can still do a nice stretch with the head front and center. Coming back to center. Bringing our foot rolling over to where we're nice into our supported side plank. You want to inhale, go ahead and bring that left leg up. And as I mentioned, you can choose to look out in front, look up above. You can still choose to bring your arm out. And if this is too much, go ahead and bring it down a little bit further. Also, a good tool to help with this, for this variation, is I find when I have some pain in my hip's kind of not in a good mood, I like to use my nice blocks to help support me. So wherever you are, listen to your body. She will definitely tell you where she is, or he is. And then exhale, bringing that left leg down to the mat. Go ahead and stretch open one last time. And then exhale, rolling over, coming back on the table, and doing some nice dancing lions. And then go ahead and tuck the toes. Pushing up through the hands, we're going to roll back into a downward facing dog. Stretching through the heels. And see if you can very slowly walk the right foot towards the edge of the mat and then the left foot towards the edge of the mat. So we're going to take a downward dog variation. It's referred to as wide-legged downward facing dog. And just push through very slowly. And then with your hands, go ahead and walk the body up towards the feet. And then very gently bending the knees. And we're going to come into our garland pose, our yogic squat. So you want, for the yogi squat, you want to, almost as you crouch down, and then you want to slide through using your hands to push open the thighs, and it also will help you balance. And then coming into prayer mudra also helps, because then you can use the pressure from bringing your hands together, pushing together, opening the legs. This is a nice hip opener. This will help you hold your balance. And just really allowing yourself to feel the stretch. And if you want to work on a little bit more balance, you can, something to think about in your practice, you can take it up onto your tippy toes. Something to work on. I sometimes do this pose in the morning when I wake up. It helps me open, like I said, it's a nice hip opener. It just helps wake me up. It helps me see exactly where I am in that moment when I get up in the morning, which is nice. So if you were up on the toes, go ahead and raise them down. And then exhale, bring the hands out in front very slowly, bringing the body back up to a nice forward fold. We're going to walk our feet back to center. And we're just going to let our body fall over into a forward fold. If you're dealing with any vertigo or have blood pressure issues, you can always use a block to help support you in a variation of forward fold. So we're just gonna hang here for a minute just to allow the spine to decompress. So what you can do is you can do like little tail wags if you're holding onto a block. If you're in a full forward fold, you can take the arms, wrap them like a little rag doll and just gently allow yourself to fall over. Very slowly bringing our hands down to the mat. And as we inhale, we're going to bring the hands up onto the shins for halfway. Exhale, fall forward. And as you inhale, go ahead and inhale, rise up, reverse swan dive up towards the sky. Reach your hands up high. Feel that nice stretch. And then exhale, bringing our hands to heart center. Coming into our nice mountain pose Tadasana. Making sure our feet are nice and aligned under our hips. So we're going to bring, for the balancing pose, what I'm going to have you do is bring your weight onto the right foot. And then you want to very gently raise the left leg out in front. So we're doing now a standing balancing pose. We were kind of doing 4 balancing poses earlier. And finding where you are in your posture. So finding that focal point right out in front. Maybe bring your hands to heart center, or you can have them down by the side. And then as you exhale, bring that left foot as you're getting ready to cross it over the right leg. But you're going to hook the ankle onto the outside of the right thigh, making a figure 4. So if this is too much for you, you can always bring it down here to the calf and use your nice little foot to hook. So you want it very nicely wherever you are. Using your breath. Gaze out in front. Becoming aware of how calm and peaceful this moment is. Just you, your breath. You, your breath, and a nice yoga pose. So taking our leg, continuing with the balance, we're going to inhale the arms up, and then we're going to take a nice figure 4 variation of chair. You want to exhale gently, very gently, begin to sit down into a chair pose. So if you feel as you go down, there's going to be strain on the hips, strain on the kneecap. It's okay to stay here, or you can use a wall, whatever you would need to use to help you hold your balance, and also to make sure that you don't hurt yourself. So very gently, with our gaze out in front. And this is a nice pose that you can do too at home. You can do it in the morning. For me, a lot of these balance poses helps me focus, especially when my brain starts going down a task list in my head and I'm like, whoa, 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 I just got out of bed. So inhale, come back to center, drop the left foot, and just very gently sway from side to side, letting the arms fall to the side. And then exhale, coming back into Tadasana, bringing our weight onto the left foot, bringing our right foot up, out in front. And then inhale, go ahead and raise that right leg up into a 90-degree angle. Bring your hands to heart center, or bring them up above. One more breath. Exhale, go ahead and cross that leg over towards the left foot, hooking the right ankle onto the outside of the left thigh. And then very slowly, so you're making a figure 4. And you'll notice where your hook is. Like your body, you'll feel it, your leg will feel it, and it's like, oh yeah, there it is. And just allow that leg And just nicely the hip to open. And then make sure to tuck in like the tailbone towards the ground. Just relax. You can choose to stay here, or if you'd like, you can take it into the nice chair variation onto the left side. Making sure to check in with our posture, making sure that we're not curving too much in the back. If you would like, as I said, you could use a wall, whatever feels good. And then inhale, come back to center. Stretching up towards the sky. And then dropping the hands, doing a nice little shake from side to side. Inhale, arms up above. Go ahead and bring the legs into a nice forward, wide-legged. And then we're going to very slowly hinge forward at the hips. Bringing our hands down in front. So you can either stay here halfway with a flat back, or you can choose to fall completely over. Whatever works for you. You may decide that you would like to take your wide-legged forward fold a little deeper. You can also incorporate your blocks, bringing the earth up to you. Just allow yourself releasing any compression in the spine. And then wherever you are, go ahead and bring the hands out in front. Walk them towards the top of your mat. And then as you inhale, you want to bring, kind of roll forward. We're rolling the chest forward into a nice, I know, cat-cow variation in a wide blanket oracle. This feels really good though. Inhale, opening up the chest. And as you exhale, rocking back, almost as if you're pushing back into a downward facing dog, but you're not. Inhale, roll through. And then exhale, back to center. And then begin to walk the legs, walk in the feet towards the top of the mat. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and begin to step the feet down, back into a downward facing dog. And just allow yourself to breathe. Very slowly, begin to exhale and drop the knees towards the mat. Allow them to hover for 3, 2, and then gently 1. Bringing our toes together, bringing our knees out to either side of the mat, and then exhale, rolling back into a very well-deserved child's pose. So if you would like to take a restorative child's pose, you can grab your bolster, or if you don't have a bolster, you can grab a pillow. Bring it right in the middle. And then very, very slowly roll over your bolster and just relax. And take a nice sip of air. And breathe in all the goodness of your practice. Very slowly, whenever you're ready, gently rise up, coming back into your table. Very slowly, walking the knees back towards center. Very gently bringing the right hip onto the ground, coming back into a seated, easy seated. So I love to always incorporate butterfly pose towards one of the closing poses in the practice, just because it's a nice hip opener where you can kind of gauge where you are in your flexibility and also how your body really feels after a deep yoga practice. So if you use blocks, bringing our knees up towards our chest. Go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall to either side, whatever's comfortable. There's days when I use the blocks to kind of just support me and kind of feel where I am. And if this feels good and I want to take it a little bit further, then I'll gently release them. And if you don't feel like you're ready to completely release the block, you can just by adjusting the block and bringing it out a little bit more, you'll notice that it still supports you, but you're not completely releasing it. Just allow yourself to pull the spine nice and long. Close your eyes. Very gently bring our hands out to center. We're going to use it for support as we very slowly push our feet out in front. So you want to pull them a little bit out further than what you normally do in a butterfly pose. So if you like cobbler's pose, where you take it a little bit deeper, or I just like to go halfway between butterfly and cobbler's pose, just to kind of get a deeper stretch. So what you want to do is hinge forward at the hips, making sure that you have a nice flat back, and you can still use the blocks. You can use these blocks and still get a really good deep growing stretch. You don't have to not have them. A lot of people think that if you have the blocks, you're not getting a good stretch in the growing, and that's not true. You're definitely getting that, and you're definitely getting a hip opener. And then whenever you're ready, slowly allow yourself to bring the torso towards the feet, but you want to maintain that flat back. So you want to support yourself with your forearms on, it's the point right before you roll up into the calf muscle. It's almost like that little comfortable little, what do you call it? Like a little nook. Yeah. Just breathe. Really pull the inhalation down into the belly. Feel it expand. And exhale. Inhale. One more. Inhale deep. Really pull that breath down into the belly, and then exhale, release through the mouth. Bringing our hands out in front. Very slowly allow the body, the torso, the back to round. And then now just very gently fall over with the forehead towards the feet. So if this is too much on you, because some days you never know. I mean, our spine is, it can be very finicky. You can always take a nice supported fold by taking a nice pillow, putting it right over the feet, and then just allowing the body to softly just fall onto the pillow. And then you can also, if you're not using the block on both legs, you could also bring this out in front to support the forehead. very slowly. Coming back to center. Walking the hands up. Very gently, go ahead and push the right leg out in front, followed by the left. Give them a nice little shake. And then we're going to go ahead and set up for our Shavasana pose. So you should feel the hips nice and open, nice and relaxed. So at this time, when you set up your station, you could use blocks, blankets, whatever's comfortable for you. You could even choose to stay in your bound angle pose, butterfly pose. You can bring the blocks, place them underneath the legs for support. And then you can lay your blanket. I like to sometimes fold it. Very gently walking down. Bringing the head onto the floor. The arms out by the side. And relax into your Shavasana. Coming back into our breath. Returning from our deep inhalation, our deep exhalation to the normal rhythm, the natural rhythm of our inhales and our exhales. Feeling the fingers awaken as you gently wiggle them. Again, to feel the toes awaken as you gently wiggle them. Feeling the ankles awaken as you gently roll the feet side to side. Becoming aware how the rolling of the ankles begins to wake up the rest of the body, beginning with the shins, the calves, the knees, the thighs. Feel that movement and that energy moving up into the hips. Feel it coming over the belly, ribs. Feel it coming into the lungs as you inhale. And as you exhale, feeling it coming up over the shoulders. As it comes up over the shoulders, you gently begin to move the head back and forth, side to side. Very subtly noticing the neck waking up, shoulders, the arms, movements of the wrist, getting slowly open the eyes, feeling the body fully awakened as you inhale, bringing the arms up above, stretching the body one last time, taking that nice stretch, almost as if you're being pulled from either side of the room, and then as you exhale, roll over into a nice fetal posture. Taking a few breaths here to just enjoy the work that you just did for your mind, for your body, and nurturing you just did for your soul, nurturing your peace of mind. Finding that place of calm. And taking a mental picture of the feeling and the sensation. Maybe there's visualization in that calm. There's a color. With that visual image that you take, keep it stored within yourself. And when you're feeling stressed, panicked, or anxiety, return to that sensation of calm, the deepening in your breath. Return to the visualization of the way you felt, the way the body feels. Using that place as your anchor in any time of need. And as you exhale, go ahead and begin to push the body back up into seated, bringing our legs into a nice seated position. Hands to heart center. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide this evening. Thank you for allowing me to try new poses on you as well. The light in me honors the light in you. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, very well rested weekend. Be healthy, safe, and happy. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.